Hey y'all, little disclaimer before we get into this video. I am one, stuffy as hell because pollen be beating me up, and two, my mics are a little bit staticky at a certain point. So just bear with me and don't use headphones. Bye. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Y'all doing okay? I hope y'all doing alright. So today we're doing a little bit different. We're just doing an audio, and I'm actually on the way to school. So if it sounds like I'm moving along, I am because I'm driving. Hey y'all, welcome back to It's Okay with City. I'm your host, Masidi, and today we're getting in the nitty gritty. Yeah, the nitty gritty. Today's topic is gonna be it's okay to be vulnerable. Now, if anyone is confused, let me make sure I got you on the definitions. Being vulnerable means accepting that you can't control what will happen, but that you'll still act in a way that is authentic to you. Alright? So before we get into like everything that I have to say today, I'm gonna have like quotes sometimes because I have notes in my phone and I call it brain quotes. It's like food for thought. So when I'm listening to a podcast or I'm reading a book, I sometimes have these quotes or something that I read or heard that stuck out to me, then I write it down. And 9 out of 10, I don't have paper and pen on me, so I always just have this quotes thingy ready, up and ready for me. So today's quote will be, I'm probably gonna give two, but today's quote is, "Vulnerability is our capacity to be wounded." Now, I think I got that one from a TED Talk because I had a class my first semester of college, and that's what one of the TED Talks she had us watch was about. So that's neither here or there. So the reason why I decided to choose this topic as my next topic is because I feel like a lot of us deal with being not necessarily nonchalant, but we ignore our emotions because we think that's best, and we think that's the best way to deal with certain situations. And personally, I can relate to that because I used to walk around every day and everywhere, to be honest, like, oh, none of that matters to me. I don't care. Da, 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 what so and so or what happened to me or don't matter to me, which is a lie. And that was a big fat lie I was telling myself. I was just ignoring the emotions, and I was just had all this pent up sadness, pent up anger in me, and I literally got nowhere with that, y'all. I mean, absolutely nowhere. I was just stuck, I'm telling you. So that's why I was like, it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be excited. It's okay to feel these emotions that you're feeling, because if you don't feel the emotions, baby, they got a word for that. It's what, sociopath, psychopath. It's one of those, and maybe that's the lack of empathy and stuff like that. Like, you have to be able to feel your emotions and be able to recognize them, because if you don't, you're literally just gonna be in this ongoing cycle of, I can just ignore it and stuff like that, and you're just gonna be like stuck. You're gonna be stuck at the end of the day. And I also say this topic because I actually recorded another episode for this week, but I let my mental health win, and I deleted it. I deleted the whole thing. I deleted it off my phone. I deleted it. Recently deleted it. And I felt so sad afterwards. But when I woke up this morning, I was like, yo, I can't keep letting my mental health lie to me and tell me, oh, it's not good enough, because it is good enough. So this is my point. This is me trying to be vulnerable with you guys and tell you guys I struggle with mental health, but I'm not allowing that to identify me anymore. I'm not going to allow a certain type of emotion identify me. I am not someone that is mad all the time or feels no ways or just lacks empathy. I'm not. I am someone that is compassionate. I'm someone that is patient. I am someone that is loving towards others, and even if it's someone I know or someone I don't know. So that's just what I'm trying to make sure I get out of life from here on out. Definitely, it's definitely going to be a struggle, It's gonna be a path. Like nothing is easy. I can tell you that. It took me so long to realize that I lacked being vulnerable because I didn't realize that I had all this pent up. No, I actually did know I had all this pent up anger and energy in me, and I would just not necessarily take it out at the wrong time, but I never took it out. I could go all day like feeling the worst about myself and feeling the worst mentally and physically, and I literally would not show it, which is not good. I just see the deal. Oh my goodness! But I said all that to say, like, you guys have to realize that. Oh, I forgot everything that I was saying. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna come back to another quote that I have. It's you cannot heal what you don't allow yourself to feel. And I believe I actually got that one maybe out of the Mastery of Love. Oh yeah, I think I got that one from the Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. If you guys know me, I swear by his books because the personal guide to the yeah, I think it's the personal guide to personal freedom or the self guide, something like that. That book, the Four Agreements, y'all, I swear to God, if I didn't read that book, I probably would not be here today. And that's just me being honest with myself. I probably would not be here today because I let so much things get to me. One of the agreements is don't take things personal, and I let so much things get to me, and I realized that after a while, none of it was true. I internalized it. I allowed it to become something that was true about myself because I kept feeding that negative energy towards myself. So I say all of that to say that, like, being vulnerable will get you further than you would ever imagine. And being vulnerable allows you to show that you have empathy within yourself and with others. You're able to take things people are saying to you, whether it's negative or positive, and not internalize it, but allow yourself to be able to respond to it in a manner where you won't be hurting yourself in a way, if you get what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I said that the way I'm trying to say it, but you have to allow yourself to not be changed by the things that happen to you. And if you're going to change, you can't change it a negative way. You have to change positively. You always have to grow. You can't sit there and be stuck with just I told you I deleted a podcast episode, but I was talking about how if something that happened to you at 5 years old, you're going up to someone and telling them, yeah, because this and that happened to me when I was 5, when I was 8, or someone said this to me. Like, if it didn't allow you to grow and you just stood stuck in that same spot, you're still in that same spot, then you need to let it go. And you need to be honest with yourself and say, yes, this affected me in a certain type of way. And because of that, I reacted like this, or I did this and this and that. But I won't allow that to affect me no more. That is not who I am. That is not my identity. That is not going to be the reason why I see the world in this type of aspect. And that's really my main focus on this whole podcast episode. I need actually my listeners to be understanding when I say, like, it is okay. It is okay to feel like, oh no, it is, yeah, it's okay to feel sad about something that happened to you, or feel sad about, or feel angry, but you have to understand that it happened to you for a reason. It did not happen to you because you could not handle it. It happened to you because you actually could handle it. See, I'm Muslim, so things that, of course, the Quran and what people say is like Allah does not give you any hardship that He does not think you can bear. Now, I'm pretty sure that's just a universal thing, period. But you have to actually believe it for it to be true. I realized a lot of the things that I went through took and built me into someone that is like, yes, you can like mess with me, but I'm telling you, it's not gonna be like in a negative way. I'm never gonna be like, oh, so and so came up to me and said this, so now I'm this. I literally used to identify like that, like, oh, they said that I'm pessimistic, and I'm just not nice. And I honestly was just like, are we talking about the same Masita here? Because me and Masita, when I look in the mirror, when I look at myself, I'm the most nicest person in the world. But of course, some people only get certain visions. Some people only get certain parts of you, certain aspects of you. So you have to realize you have to you have to reflect and be like, were you that way? Like you have to hold yourself accountable. You have to hold yourself accountable. Like, cause only I feel like sometimes people only project or say things about you that you have projected. But sometimes you also have to realize, you also have to understand, some people are just projecting what they feel about themselves onto you. So that's why I stress out the fact that you cannot take it personal. You cannot take certain things personal. Because if you believe it of yourself, then that's when it becomes you. That's who you are. And I'm telling you, that's not how you want to go through life. You have to realize it's okay. If someone says something about you, you have to be like, it's okay. You know, that's unfortunately that's how they were. You know, if you can, you apologize to be like, that was never my intention and stuff like that. But you have to move on from it at the end of the day because that is not who you are. Now, I feel like being vulnerable has such a negative connotation to it. Like people think, oh, you're too sensitive, you're too open. Da, 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 da. I feel like a closed person is the people that are either hurting themselves or out there hurting others. Now you take it or leave it, babe. I'm sorry. But you have to realize you you can't want someone to understand you, but you tell them nothing to understand you, if you get me in a way. Like if you get me, like I feel like yes, you do not have to tell someone every little piece of your background, of your history and stuff like that. But you have to be understanding to the point where no one knows who you truly are at the end of the day. But no one knows who you truly are if you close yourself off. You have to be able to have a conversation with someone and be like, yeah, I used to not necessarily like this is why I'm like this is why I say you use your past as in a good way. Yeah, so this is not happening to me, but allow me to realize that. So for me it's like, yeah, someone used to talk bad about my body, but it allowed me to realize I am beautiful the way I am. And no one can convince me that I'm not beautiful the way that I am, because I have to look at myself at the end of the day, and I have to look at myself when I first wake up, and I am happy with who I am. And you have to be absolutely delusional, because I honestly did not feel this type of way of myself until I turned 18, and that wasn't when the clock struck 12 and February 7th, oh, my city feels the best. No, I didn't feel that way about myself until I want to say the summer, and like hanging out with my best friend more. Like, you have to surround yourself more with people that is uplifting you, not degrading you. You have to realize that. And if you're in a position where you're constantly around someone that is going to degrade you, you have to not take it personal, but like maybe they're projecting. But either way, you don't want to sit there and try to be a psychiatrist and be like, oh yeah, you. No, I'm just saying, let's be the one thing that we all can do as humans is not take it personal. I'm telling you, we don't take it personal. But I say that all the same. Like it took me a while. I feel like when September of 2023, I started telling myself affirmations in the morning. When I first wake up, I'm looking at myself, I'm praising myself, I'm great. Like I'm being nice to myself and giving myself grace, because yes, we all go through life every day, and some people have the worst day of their lives and have to wake up again the next day and realize, oh, and repeat a cycle. My thing is, I say you have to let it go the night before. You have to realize that you can't keep taking your past with you in the present. The present is a gift. The past is exactly what it is. It's in the box. It's never going to happen again. You will only happen again if you make the same actions, make the same steps that allow that past thing to happen again. Now, I feel like I kind of went all over the place when it comes to me talking about being vulnerable, but this is just me being vulnerable in a way. Like I'm telling you, like you can't being vulnerable is not someone that is hurt, someone that is sad. Being vulnerable is someone that allows them to feel the emotions. You are someone, being a vulnerable person means you are able to take things in, but at the same time, let things out. So I say all this to say that you are beautiful at the end of the day. Like, I want you to know that you are beautiful. You are amazing. No matter what happened, you are kind. You are compassionate. You have empathy towards others and towards yourself. I am able to give myself grace every day. You know, it may not be the day, or some things may not go as planned, but it is okay at the end of the day. It is okay. And I want you to realize and understand the meaning that it is okay at the end of the day. Some things are not even as deep as we think they are, but I want you to know that at the end of the day, it is okay. So I say all that to say, it is okay to be vulnerable. And I love you. I hope that you're having a good day. I hope that you are, even if you're listening to this at night, I hope you had a good day. If you didn't, I hope you give yourself grace, because you were able to see today, and I hope you're able to see tomorrow. So remember, allow yourself to be wounded. You're gonna get hurt out here, but you can't always internalize something. You can't always internalize it and allow it to become who you are. That is not who you are. You can pick what you want to be, who you want to be, and if inshallah is something positive, and you keep working on it, it's not gonna happen overnight. So, hey, have a good day, y'all. I love you. My city loves you. See you later. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.